Have you ever wondered how the giant fish in the ocean are brought onto the boat? Think fishing is as simple as casting a line and pulling it in? Forget it. The world of fishing is a fierce battle between man and the sea, between experience and the power of nature. In this video, you will witness breathtaking fish pulling, modern machinery operating non-stop, and breathtaking moments between humans and deep-sea monsters. Don't take your eyes off, because if you blink, you can miss a fish catch worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The new journey begins. On a ship drifting in the middle of the ocean, casting nets is one of the most technical and precise steps. Each large net is released into the water like a giant curtain, slowly but strategically. Floats, weights, depth, wind direction, currents, every factor must be carefully calculated. Looking down from above, the entire netting system is like a steel arm reaching out to the sea and sky silently but decisively. After hours of drifting in the wind and waves, the net began to be drawn in. The reel roared ceaselessly. Each tight loop of line was pulled in strings heavy with hope. The sea rose, the net bulged, that was the sign the fish were caught. And then, the whole hold exploded as the last net was lifted. A huge mass of thousands of fish of all kinds glistening, sparkling in the sunlight fell like silver rain across the deck. No more waiting, no more guessing, this was a moment of celebration. The whole ship seemed to come alive after hours of struggling at sea. As soon as the fish were dumped into the hold, the processing team got to work without a second's delay. Each fish was sorted, cleaned, and thoroughly inspected before being put into the cold storage tank. Each tray of fish is neatly arranged, covered with ice, ready for the journey back to the mainland. Today's catch is not just the result of a trip, but also the harmonious coordination between man, machine, and nature. When the fish appeared, there was no time to hesitate. The whole ship was in full swing. Dozens of fishermen stood in a row, hooking fish onto the deck continuously. Every few seconds a fish would jump out of the sea, splash, struggle, and then slide quickly into the water trough leading to the hold. The shouts, the waves, the loud engine noise all merged into one, creating the music of the ocean. No one stands still. Each person is a link, each movement is a vital part of the whole process. And when the fish overflow the deck, it is also the time when sweat is more than seawater. The net began to draw in. On deck, the reels were turning steadily heavy, grinding each turn. With each meter of line drawn up, another piece of hope was being pulled from the seabed. And here was the moment when all the hard work paid off. And gently opened the bag. The fish poured into the hold like a waterfall, full, fresh, and alive. It was the sound of victory, the taste of honest work. Each meter of net is lowered into the water with absolute concentration. Gentle wind, calm waves, the morning sunlight covers each strand of net like gold. Metrics of nets were pulled up by hand, slowly but with determination. Eyes watched the water, waiting, hoping, and worrying. The sea was unpredictable. Sometimes all day long there was not a trace of fish, but other times, just one cast of the net would result in a big catch. And then, a flash of light below the surface. The first fish appeared in the net, fluttering, silvery, signaling a successful catch. The fishermen did not cheer, did not celebrate. They just tightened their grip on the nets, pulled faster, because they knew, down there were more waiting to be brought up. When the fish are completely surrounded by the net, the final battle begins. Day and night, The industrial fishing rods jerk continuously like a fireworks display of fish. Bluefin tuna weighing tens of kilograms are hooked up firmly and powerfully thrown out of the water, then landed on the deck amid the roar of the waves and the cheers of the people. On the deck, everyone seems to enter the rhythm. No one stops. No one slows down. This is the moment when experience, health and team spirit come together. No words needed, just action. Under the bright yellow lights or in the blazing midday sun, the children of the sea still cling to the net, cling to the rod, pulling each fish to the shore of hope. Once the fish are safely in the hold, the work doesn't stop. The fishermen don't just pull, they check each section of the net, look for holes, untangle the buoys, and rearrange the entire system. This is quiet but extremely important work, because every subsequent catch depends on today's preparations. On board, everything has to work like a precision machine. No slowness, no chaos, no mistakes. Finally, after hours of drifting and straining in the ocean, the net bag began to float to the surface. The heavy ropes were bulging, a sign that inside was a fresh treasure that the sea had just given. Seabirds were coming back in greater numbers, and instinct told them under the water, fish were swarming. And then, the bright red net bag appeared before their eyes, full, bobbing on the waves. It was the effort, the skill, the flesh and blood of those who chose to go to sea. This moment everyone has been waiting for. After hours of struggling with big waves, gusts of wind, tangled lines, numb hands, the net bag was pulled up high and then opened. Tons of red fish poured into the hold like a flood, rolling, bright, alive. The sound of victory, the smell of labor, the color of hope. It all broke out in just a few minutes, but it was the crystallization of a long journey. For them, each catch of fish is not just income, it is the identity, the pride of the seafarers. The sea is not always calm. In the moments when it seems like we are about to get results, a big wave suddenly crashes onto the deck like a blow to the face. Everything becomes chaotic, water floods the floor, ropes are flying everywhere. The fishermen still cling tightly to each rope, each net not letting go. Because here being slow for just 1 second means slipping, losing all the results, even their lives. The nets were still being pulled, the boat was still rocking, and the waves still beating against the sides of the boat. In moments like these, everything could become dangerous. The nets suddenly stretched, the buoys caught on the feet, the deck slippery. But no one stopped, because they knew if they were slow, the catch would slip away, and the day's work would be washed away with the waves. Amidst the gray skies and angry seas, there are still calm people standing firm in the middle of the rocking ship, pulling each meter of net with an iron will. From above, the ship looks like a small dot in the vast ocean, but that small dot is writing a big story. The nets stretch out like giant arms to draw a line around the fish, delicate, precise, and full of courage. The sea is not only a challenge with big waves and strong winds, but sometimes with unexpected incidents from the ship itself. While pulling the net, the crane system suddenly broke, weighing tons pressing across the deck, dragging the rope, the net, and even the risk of stopping the fishing trip. No alarm, no technical support team, everything had to be handled by ourselves, right on the waves. But they don't panic, they calmly check, secure the rope, and continue working, because in the ocean, calm is the only thing stronger than fear. These are the moments when fishing shows its harshest and most admirable side. Fishing is not just a job, it is a journey of sweat, determination, and silent sacrifice in the middle of the endless ocean. If you admire them, those who are not afraid of big waves, not afraid of the deep sea, then don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, so that we have more motivation to share more authentic moments far away from home. If you have been to the sea, have relatives who work at sea, or simply feel moved, leave a comment below. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. See you again on the next journeys where the sea is still blue, and people still cling to the waves.